aspects. All cultures, in every geographic region and historical period, have idealized the qualities of truth, love, and joy. I've never had a client who wasn't in search of these things, who didn't feel that a blend of these components is both our real home and the best version of our inner nature. When Dante went off looking for a situation where he could experience the ultimate realization of these qualities, he called the goal paradise. You can call it heaven, nirvana, the garden of Allah, enlightenment, a condition resulting from high levels of serotonin in the brain, or Disneyland. I don't really care, so long as we have some shorthand label for the ultimate manifestation of our potential for good and happiness. I think of this condition as the North Star. According to my dictionary, the North Star, known to its friends as Stella Polaris, is situated close to the North Pole of the heavens. Because of its location, the North Star doesn't appear to move around in the sky as the other stars do. It is a fixed point that can always be used to figure out which way you're headed. Explorers and mariners can depend on Polaris when there are no other landmarks in sight. The same relationship exists between you and your right life, the ultimate realization of your potential for happiness. I believe that a knowledge of that perfect life sits inside you, just as the North Star sits in its unalterable spot. You may think you're utterly lost, that you're going to die a bewildered death in the dark wood of error, but brush away the leaves, wait for the clouds to clear, and you'll see your destiny shining as brightly as ever, the fixed point in the constantly changing constellations of your life. I've been privileged to watch many people discover their own North Stars, and it always is a discovery, an uncovering, rather than a creation ex nihilo. Even people who have never experienced much happiness, who have been plagued since birth by confusion, injustice, and pain, know exactly what set of conditions will allow them to fulfill their potential while creating the greatest positive impact on the world. I guarantee that you have a similar image inside you. Once you've found your own North Star, keeping it in view is a fine way to stay on course, as long as the sky remains clear. But what about the cloudy nights, the dark tunnels, the moments when you realize that your soul is acutely nearsighted and you've lost your glasses? In situations where you feel utterly befogged, you may need some help figuring out where your North Star lies. This is what compasses are for. Whichever direction you turn, the needle of a compass remains pointed at Polaris. In moments when you can't see your destiny, or can't believe that it's really guiding you, it helps to know that you have several different compasses built into your brain and body. In chapters 1 through 8, you'll learn how to read your internal compasses to guide you in the search for your true path. If your life is cloudy and you're far, far off course, you may have to go on faith for a while, but eventually you'll learn that every time you trust your internal navigation system, you end up closer to your right life. By reading these compasses, you can continue the journey toward your own North Star, even during the times, and there will be many, when you feel blind and lost. Knowing what your own North Star looks like and understanding the built-in compasses that guide you toward it are necessary but insufficient conditions for actually reaching the life you were meant to live. You also need vehicles to carry you forward. Fortunately, you have them. Your energy, ingenuity, relationships, and resources are all vehicles that move you through your life. Most people, however, don't drive all that well. Their lives often feel out of control, as if they're being steered by some hostile power whose single-minded goal is to keep them away from their right lives. If this is how you feel, you'll find some helpful driver's education tips in chapters 9 through 11. They will help you regain control and steer your life in the direction of your North Star. The last thing this book will do